What's up, everyone? Welcome back to Every Week We Follow. Here, you are joining us for the Spurs preview for the game that is on Sunday at 7
p.m.
What a horrible kickoff time for starters. But obviously, if you are new here, please do subscribe, hit that like button, comment down below. Are you jumping on the hype bandwagon that everyone is talking about on TalkSport? Villa are going to lose to Spurs. Villa are going to lose to Forest. Villa's season is completely collapsing. Now, yes, we had a bad game, and we do have bad games. And we are also hypercritical of our performances. I would say that we went pretty heavy on Villa in that against Forest. But we are a completely different beast at home, in my opinion.
Agreed.
So this game against Spurs, we need to get back on track. We need some confidence. Gary, give me some confidence, man. Give us a motivational speech. Go.
Oh, mate, this is it. This is kind of Coach Carter next level, right? This is about showing you light, right? Kind of, no one ever benefits from sitting in the dark. This is about stepping up to the plate now. These players can do it, right? I believe that we can turn it around. These next two games are huge, but it's time to stop the talking and show it with the actions on the football field. It's time for all these players to hit the heights, right? It's time for Rodgers to step up. It's time for Watkins to step up. It's time for Matty Cash to step up. It's time for McGinn to step up. It's time for Tielemans to step up. All these players that have got massive quality, right, can get us over the line against two teams, right, that have struggled for most of this season. Like, form is irrelevant now. It comes down to who wants it the most. I sound like a broken record, mate. I said it on the Forest games, but this is what counts now. It doesn't matter. I don't want to hear the press conference from Unai Emery, right? That, you know, we're prepared, we've got a plan, we've been planning well. No, fuck that, right? Turn up and do it on game day. I don't care. Like, plan it, obviously, but fucking stop talking about it. Come out and give us confidence. So come and tell us that we're going to take this home. We're going to the final. We're going to win at Villa Park. Like, we've got to feed off you, and I can't cope with watching Forest fans dancing around, going singing, "We're all going to Istanbul," and Spurs fans on TalkSport today. God, I wish I hadn't been in the car so fucking much today listening to TalkSport. Should have turned it off. But like, oh yeah, we're going to nick a win. Their last two performances have been really poor against Fulham and against Forest. Like, we can go there and get a victory after, you know, we've got a little bit of confidence after beating Wolves. Mate, honestly, right, fuck off Spurs. You're getting relegated, and we're going to make sure we put a nail in that coffin.
I mean, obviously, the Forest thing next week. We'll do a preview on that. It's a slow separate thing. God, I would love us to relegate Spurs. Like, basically relegate Spurs. If we are I feel, what I want to say is, I feel like the entire country, even quite a lot of Spurs fans, want them to go down. They want them to go down. I feel like the entire country is behind us. The entire country is like, come on, Villa, do it.
Well, mate, it's for sure, because in my TikTok lives and on TikTok themselves, people, like, I've had messages from Arsenal fans, even though they've been unsufferable, going, "Go on, you can do it. Relegate the scum." Right, and obviously, if we do beat Spurs and results go against them, and hopefully Forest and West Ham do pick up results at the weekend, then Spurs will be in trouble. They really will.
They
are. But like, what I'm saying is, if they do get a victory against us, like, you know, that's 2 wins in a row, and it would be a very Spursy thing to do. Look, we will undoubtedly, unfortunately, have now got one eye open in that Europa League semi-final. We're going to have to, because it hasn't been. We could have relaxed a little bit on Sunday if we'd have got a decent result yesterday, you know, but it hasn't happened. So now we need to kind of just dust it off and go again, right? It's like you said, we're at home. We've got a little bit longer to rest. It's 7 o'clock, hopefully under the lights, a little bit better. Hopefully the atmosphere will be better, because it's a night match now. People have a few beers on Sunday. Come and see us at the warehouse. I might even have a cheeky pint just to celebrate this weekend, even though I've drank way too much because of the Villa this week. So, I just hope, and it's the hope that kills you, right, that they turn up and we just have a convincing victory.
This is the thing, right? Isn't it? And this is what's frustrating about it, is that, and I'm sure this is the same with a lot of teams, and a lot of teams are like, "Oh, we lose the game," and not because the other team was miles better than us, not because we're just not good enough to do that, or not because, you know, we had X player injured or whatever. This team is easily good enough to win these two games comfortably. It really is, and we shouldn't even need to hit anything beyond like 60 70% of our capability to be able to win these 2 games comfortably. We just need to do it. It's just so frustrating at the moment and this is why we're getting so annoyed, because we know it's in them. We know they can do it. They've shown it earlier this season. They've shown it at times this season. Just don't falter now at the absolute crunch time of the season. Don't score now.
This is the problem. Everything's popped up today. I've seen all the bottle jobs that we've had over the last 4 seasons, right? And it's just all the moments, the games that we've just let it slide. And, I was hoping with how the season's gone that there was signs that we turned a corner to be able to get through these tough games, right? And these difficult moments. Players with experience, again, Unai Emery's experience, but there's been little things that really do set off warning signs in my brain. Whether it's tactical changes, whether it's substitutions not being made, whether it's team selection. A lot of them I've just gone, okay, and Unai Emery we trust, but there have been some bizarre decisions, mate, that have cost us key points and key moments in games, and then hidden behind the fact, Emery's this world-class coach that knows what he's doing. But I just think sometimes his loyalty towards certain players has been the thing that's undone us. I don't mind loyalty. I think that's really important. But at the same time, you've got to be realistic. You've got to, if it's a squad, you've got to say, look, it's not working at the moment. We've got to change it. Don't be afraid to take those chances, because ultimately, surely that builds team spirit. He's a squad at the moment, like people like Tammy and people like Matson, who are, Matson must be fuming. It's a World Cup year. He's good enough to go to the World Cup, and he's not playing regularly against a guy who's looked shocking for 6 weeks. So, I fully expect Matson to start on Sunday, by the way. It has to after the Gazzini performance against Forest. And hopefully he can have an amazing game. Do you know what I mean? And put himself in the shop window for Thursday. But Emery's the press conference has just happened at Villa Park, by the way, for the Spurs game. So it's kind of, it's more fucking nonsense if you ask me. It's kind of, what happened yesterday is done. Now we focus on the league, right? Well, no shit, Sherlock, right? It's just.
I'd love you to be in that press conference. Emery just goes, "This brother, yesterday's done constantly," and then you just go, "No shit, Sherlock."
I'm being carted out. Fucking end of my media career.
Did you see the press conference? I think was it for the semi-final of the FA Cup with Pep. And you see it where he was like, "Oh, there's not many journalists here." Like he said, "Not many journalists." Yeah. And then one of the journalists goes, "Like your support." He's basically just like, "Oh, like your support don't turn up for any of your games, even though it's a semi-final." I was howling. It's so good.
Oh, mate, make of this what you will. Right, I'm going to read this out because I think this is really. I don't know if this is worrying or not, but mate, let me know your thoughts on this. When we won 2 weeks ago in the last minute against Sunderland, I was positive. Last week when we lost against Fulham, I was not so positive about everything we're doing with the points needed to get 5th, 4th, or 3rd in the league. There are some teams behind us performing well, like Brighton, for example, or Chelsea with their capacity to win a lot of matches at the end of the season. Not sure why he's mentioning Chelsea. We must focus on our own matches and try and get the points. The first one is Sunday against Tottenham, and I'm positive and delighted with how we are arriving in the moment. We're now playing in the semi-final with second leg to play, and in the position we are in the league. It's really fantastic, and the consistency we are achieving, but we still have the last challenges to play. It's just so generic, mate. I don't want this bullshit anymore. It's beginning to wear me down a little bit because I'm confidence. I'm delighted. It's just because that's not true. You can see him on the sideline. If he was positive about stuff, he wouldn't be fucking pulling his hair out, right? Literally, he lost his shit again yesterday because he's seen similar to what we're seeing. But then I'm going, mate, I screamed at the massive 80-yard screen at the away area, just going, "You've got the fucking power to change it. Why are you reacting?" Like he got frustrated when that pass we talked about on the pod last one, where when Dia played it in. Timmins played it to Buendia, right? He cut to Emery, he lost his shit, and I went, "Fucking take him off!" Yeah. You're reacting like I'm reacting, but I can't change anything.
Well, this is the the crunch time, isn't it? And yes, we talk about the players, and the players need to step up. But this is the test of Emery. This is now
100%.
The what are you going to do, or what? And I'm not saying. And I think someone said, "Oh, we need to make changes," or this kind of thing, or need to change the system. I was like, look, there's 4 games in the Premier League left to go. We're in the semi-final of a Europa League final, go into the second leg. We're not changing. If I'm honest, I wouldn't want us to throw away everything and just change the system. That's not the way. We've seen that this system and these players, it does work.
Yeah.
For whatever reason, it's just at
Mate,
certain times.
Don't change the system. Just change the personnel and little tweaks. That's all I'm asking in certain moments, right? I'm not asking to reinvent the wheel. And look, without Unai Emery, we wouldn't even be in this position. I'm not questioning how good a manager he is, but I am questioning these certain decisions that he's making for team selection and substitution timings during games. It has to be better in game. It just does, right? If you're going to win football, because you could sit there and go, "Oh, the plan was yesterday to kind of, either draw or maybe lose 1-0. We're happy with that, right?" But that's not going to win you a trophy. We're not going to get past Spurs on Sunday if we go. Actually, we should be a little bit cautious because they've won a game and we've lost a couple, so we're just playing not to lose. That's Gareth Southgate mentality. We talk about the Spanish mentality of what they do across their sport. Someone put a message on our YouTube channel about that, and I kind of like that because it's true. Like the way that Spain develops sports people is all about the flair and the creativity and going out and winning stuff. That's why Spain have been so successful in major tournaments. It's why that they've got some of the greatest teams in the world. Do you know what I mean? It's the second greatest league on the planet. It's growing as well. So we have a Spanish manager, right? Now it's either one or the other, or is it both? Where you go, it's because a lot of the stuff we're going out today. It's not on Emery. It's players. Okay, if it's on the players, it's got to be a little bit on Emery because he's responsible for the players. He's the one that's driving the thing. We know how good he is at doing this. We know how thorough he is. So if they're breaking, it's down to him to get the best out of them. And at the moment, the last two games have been really worrying, because it's come down to not that we've played badly, because we've had moments in games, we've created some good stuff, but it's just that desire to kind of get over the line. And again, I am sounding like a broken record, and I want to put my face through the laptop because it's just do the basics.
Like something from The Ring. Like, that girl in The Ring where she comes out of the TV. Like,
yeah.
So yeah, the thing that kind of, like I said before, we're a different beast at home. The thing that gives me confidence is that in our last two home games, we've scored 8 goals. So I'm like, 4-0 against Bologna, 4-3 against Sunderland, and largely that Sunderland game was a very good performance.
For 80 minutes, mate, superb that was.
So I want to gain hope from that, and I want to say against Spurs, we'll turn up and we will batter the living hell out of them, and then that will give us that impetus for Thursday.
They have got very few attacking options. With Xavi Simons going off with cruciate ligament damage last week, and Dominic Solanke with a hamstring. Right, neither will be involved. Who's going to be leading the line for them? I don't think Tell's. I think Tell's injured as well. Richarlison. It's Richarlison, mate. And that's if he ends up out doing us at fucking Villa Park, mate. I swear to God,
he does have it in him to just turn up and just do something.
This is not like we're facing a Spurs side with Harry Kane and Son in it. Do you know what I mean? This is a Spurs side that are fighting relegation, that have been.
But this is a Spurs side that I struggle to think of a player to put in the thumbnail. Because I was sitting there going, who plays for Spurs? Like, who's good at Spurs and not injured and actually doing something?
Mate, also, we need to... I hope Paulinho gets the harshest hostile reception known to man after injuring Boubacar Kamara. What they did to Matty Cash for that fucking dodgy little tap on Bentancur. Right, this guy should be fucking hung over the coals, mate. I'm telling you, we should have a tifo of his big face burning or something over the Hulk, because that's really intimidating,
isn't it? Well, you're intimidating. Sure, there's no rules on tifos. You can do what you like, right? Okay, so Gary's predicted or hopeful lineup here, Gaz. So go through it relatively quickly. We've got about 5 minutes left.
Mate, it's hopeful, right? Maatsen should start. I don't care what anyone says. I'm not if you think Dean should start over Maatsen, you're an idiot. Don't fucking come at me, or come at me. I'm just going to tell you you're wrong. Pau, I think, starts. I think this is a game he can cope with. With Richarlison, I think with alongside Cons will be fine. Cash, obviously, because we've got no other alternative. Bogard, I don't want to see anywhere near the team. I don't think he should even be on the bench. I think he's just at the moment in the firing line because he's covering for Onana, and I just think we've got to try something different there. Barkley's back obviously because he's in with the league, so let's mix it up a little bit. Let's play him in the holding role. Let him and McGinn kind of swap out in that kind of forward-thinking role. Tillemans obviously is what he does. Then bring Sancho into play on the right, Rodgers on the left, and just give Watkins a little bit of a break. Give Tammy some minutes. Do you know what I mean? It won't happen. That won't happen. But I'd love to see Tammy just given a shot for 60 minutes or so. Bring Watkins on for the last half an hour. And even if that doesn't happen and Watkins starts, then at least give out Tammy some minutes, like a minimum of 30, 35 minutes to have a bit of a run out.
Get some minutes as well, because obviously he's had two slightly ropey performances, and he then, because he had that problem with it, he had the arm injury, and then he had the whole thing against Sunderland where he came on and those 2 goals, and then he hasn't really played. So I'd like to see him get some minutes before, because I actually think he'll do a job for us on Thursday. I actually think if he's firing, I think he'll be good for us on Thursday. So yeah, it's difficult because you don't want to rotate too much, do you? Because we want to win this game. We want to win this game. We need to win this game. So it's not just a case of, like you said, if we were coming into this with a better result against Forest, you might be able to rotate it and not worry quite so much. But yeah. Oh God, mate.
As I've said, mate, right, this is, if we're looking at this, these are only minor tweaks. All of those players know how to play the system. All of those players know what to do. And actually, they should be able to rotate these things. Like I've always said with the front four, it should be fluid. Or, let Sancho come inside, let McGinn go out left, let Rodgers come inside and McGinn go out right.
Well, that's what we've looked best, isn't it, right? Well, Sancho's just been popping up all over the place and Rodgers been playing around.
Right. I really hope that a rocket needs to go up the arse, mate, for these players, because they're good enough. They just seem to, whether they're tired or whatever it is, we just need something extra to get over the line now. That's what it is. Now's the time to be counted. It's time to step up. No talking, action, man. Speak louder than words. Let's get this over the line. Let's have a convincing victory under the lights at Villa Park, and let's get into that second leg next Thursday and smash Forest. And and let's celebrate the season. Look, there's a thing announced today that with that Sports Illustrated thing, there's a party on the 9th, last home game. Hang on, let me just have a quick look.
Ninth is, that's the Spurs, that's the Forest game. 9th.
Saturday, May the 9th.
Oh, sorry, no, that's the day before the Burnley game, then.
Taking place immediately after the final wins to get. Oh no, wait, that's the Villa women's. Oh no, ignore that. That's there's an after party for the at the warehouse, but it's part of the women's game.
Okay. I was going to say, I was like, that makes no sense. Okay, right. Fine.
But it just says end of season celebration, but it's for the women. That's a shame. They should do something for the men as well. Team news for Tottenham, right? So obviously Amadou Onana has been ruled out.
How long's he out for?
Mr. Plasticine. It says the Belgian returned for the semi-final first leg, went off in the 53rd minute. Unai revealed Onana would be heading for a scan. So we don't know, but he's definitely missing this weekend. He has the scan and we'll see the consequences after it and how he's feeling. But for Sunday, he's sure he's not available. But it does say Ross Barkley, and interestingly enough, Alisson are back eligible. Wait, having not been named in the Europa League squad, so Alisson could feature on the right. That would be really good because. Fuck me, we need something different. He
won't start him, right? But he might come on.
No,
yeah, that's it. I mean, anything but Leon Bailey. Let's face it.
Please don't fuck up.
Last 2 minutes. Last 2 minutes. Let's get into our predictions. So, Villa, Spurs.
Right hand.
Yeah. Right. 3, 2, 1. Oh, I've gone for 3-1.
3-1. I'm going 2-0, mate. I was going 2-0 in my head before yesterday's game against Forest. I'm slightly nervous that it'll be something like 1-1, but my heart says 2-0. Go and fucking beat them, right? Let's get the job done and move on to Thursday. Fucking this football malarkey, mate. Honestly, I'm rubbing my head. It's
on that. Yeah, that's why you got no hair, isn't it? You're just doing this all the time.
It's just this, mate. I think I've got sunburn, but it's actually friction burn.
Right. Anyway, sing us out then, guys.
Yes, right. Look, hit that follow button, hit that hype button, hit that subscribe button. We will see you at Villa Park on Sunday. Come and say hi. Until next time, every week we follow. The boys in claret and blue. Peace.